Okay, so here's a reminder. Some of you have your looms at home to do your weaving. I'm going to walk through a step here, just one. At school, we already did this one on the left here in the diagram. All right. When two weft threads turn around, they create that hole. We're creating that hole. We've already done that in school. You can see my gold and my red here that have the hole in them. If I take my finger under it, I can put my finger through there, okay? So they wrapped around and went back, both in their own direction. Now I'm going to take a look at dovetailing, where each different color, I'm using 2 different shuttles, and each color comes in from either side. So here you go. All right, so I'm working with 2 colors. I'm doing the dovetail, where first the gold color from the right went over this one warp, then the silver blue from the left. Now I'm going to continue on the process just so you get that idea. Okay, I'm trying to get myself to that one warp. There it is. I'm going under it here, pulling through. I always keep my finger in the end just so I don't pull it too tight. I want to keep my edges straight. There it is. Use a fingernail to pull it up. And then I'm going to take that same shuttle. Oh, I got a little tag in there. And I'm going to wrap it around this last one, the warp, and come back. And you'll notice each time I'm doing the opposite of what I did before. If I was over it, I'm under it. If I'm over it now, I was under it last time, pulling it through. And again, I don't want to yank it too tight. So one of the videos I sent showed you how to do that little loop, so it's not tight. So there I did the gold. Now I'm going to come in with my left hand, and I'm going to repeat this process. Again, it's a shuttle, like a little mouse with a tail. I'm at the end, I'm over it, so I'm coming under, over, under. Each one is opposite. I hit that same warp that has the gold thread on it. I'm going to pull this through nice and loose, and I'm going to tighten it up. Oh, a little tight on the end there. I want to make sure it's not too tight. I can see they're both wrapping around. It was under this, so now it's going to go over and come back, and as I come back, it'll be opposite each of the threads from before, and this is called the dovetail. So this will not create a hole. It will create a solid piece of weaving, or if we were doing fabric with tinier threads, it would be a nice solid fabric, unlike this, which has the hole up there. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more, and I'll come back with the next stitch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how to end a thread so that the tail is not hanging off. You can see I cut both of these. It's okay to leave them like that, but let's look at this silver one. I'm going to do what this little black thread's doing there. So I'm going to wrap it around the end. I'm going to make a mistake. So on the second one, instead of coming up and doing the opposite, I'm going to stay under it. So I'm going to basically mimic what I did on the last row. So if it was over it, I'm going over it. And I can just do this with my fingers. I don't need a shuttle. You can see I've already cut it. And now I can just leave it in the back, and it's kind of hidden in the back, but it leaves a nice clean edge. I'm gonna do the same over here. I'm gonna wrap this around the end, and I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm not gonna do the opposite, so I'm gonna go over that second one. Okay, this one right here. You can see between my fingers there, over that. I'm going to do under it, so it's like I'm doing a mistake, but I'm going to pull it to the back on the next one. And it kind of doubles up. You're going to see that right now, and you're going to say, oh, it doesn't look right, but by the time you weave your next row in, those will be hidden. There you go, finishing the end nice and neatly.